out on the street for a living. Pictures only begun. Ooh, got you under their thumb.
Hit it!
Bum, bada bum, bada bum, bada bum bum bum. Bada 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 bum, bada bum, bada bum, bada bum bum bum. Bada bada bada.
Out on the street for a living. Pictures only begun.
Bada 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 bum.
Your day is sold in madness. Got you under their thumb. Ooh, black diamond. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, black diamond.
Bada bum, bada bum, bada bum bum bum. Bada 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 bum, bada bum, bada bum, bada bum bum bum.
Black diamond.
Bada bum, bada bum,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Black
bada bada bum, bada bum, bada bum, bada bum bum bum. Bada 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 bum. Black Diamond. That was great, you guys. Hey, BOOZHOO. And yeah, I am NANABOOZHOO. And today's OJIBWE word of the day. I don't know. What do you think, sweetie?
I don't know. Were you going to talk about Indian history?
Indian history? OJIBWE Debaji Moen. Indian history. Yeah. You know, you can't talk about Indian history without talking about historical trauma. Makana. A trauma, a wound. Do you have historical trauma? Are you traumatized by the boarding school experience, even though you never went to boarding school? That's what I was kind of thinking about. How, you know, the more you study your history, the more you realize it's just a bunch of stories written by non-Indian people about how bad the Shanabs had it back in the day. They say historical trauma is a trauma that's been passed down intergenerationally. They call it intergenerational trauma. It's like, yeah, you know, your grandparents, they went to boarding school and they were abused. And so when they grew up, they abused their kids. And then those kids went on to abuse their kids. And then their kids went on to abuse you. Because you were historically traumatized. But you got to be careful about what the story is that you're told. And what stories you hang on to. You know. Even in your own life. You know, if you think about yourself and the story you tell yourself is just your traumas, you're going to be miserable. I say if you're not happy, think about the story you're telling yourself. Say, oh, geez, in my history, I've always been poor and no one ever loved me. Well, maybe that's true, but maybe that's just one way of looking at your history. You can retell your own history, and it can be the truth. So like in Indian history, instead of everything always being, oh, in 1492, the Indian people started to really suffer. You know, you could start that story with, in 1492, you know, things really started to, you know, look up for Indian people and find reasons why, you know, connecting with the Europeans was actually beneficial to us. I don't know. Kind of going off on a deep end. I'm getting too deep. So anyway, OJIBWE is history. It is the before story. It is a story you tell about what happened before. I don't know. Is that helpful? Here, Michael, you want to send us out? Yeah, sure. And you have been watching BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Michael Lyons. This is Natasha.
BOOZHOO!
And this has been NANABOOZHOO. And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Midawa. Hoa.
Hoa. Na na na. Give us a thumbs up if you like the show. And hit the subscribe button.
White man came from across the sea. He brought us pain and misery.
He killed our tribes, he killed our Cree, he killed our game for his own needs.
We fought him hard, we fought him well. Out on the plains we gave him hell.
But many came, too much for Cree. Oh, will we ever be set free?
Riding through dust clouds and barren wastes, galloping hard on the plains.
Chasing the redskins back to their holes, fighting them at their own game.
Murder for freedom, the stab in the back. Women and children are cowards attack.
Murder for freedom, the stab in the back. Women and children are cowards attack.
Run to the hills. Run for your life. Run to the hills. Run for your life. Soldier blue in the barren waste, hunting and killing their game.
Raping the women and wasting the men. The only good Indians are tame.
Selling them whiskey and taking their gold, enslaving the young and destroying the old.
Selling them whiskey and taking their gold, enslaving the young and destroying the old.
Run to the hills. Run for your lives. 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 Nicely done.